2, 1.
Ready.
Just relax and enjoy the ride.
INCROWD815 INCROWD815 INCROWD815.
What I'm telling you today, my buddy Tom, is that the fact that Google auto completes pretty much all of our questions, pretty much a good reminder of how unoriginal our problems are. Hey, I'm Greg.
Hey,
he's Tom.
Hey, Google, what are today's lottery numbers? Let's see if it completes it.
This is the
It didn't work.
podcast.
Good morning.
What is today? Well, today is the 16th day of March, the year 2024, the latest it has ever been.
In the history of mankind.
And you made it. Congratulations. Welcome to the big show. We've got a great guest to share with you today who you probably have already met because she's met probably nearly every person in the city of Rockford. But we'll talk about that in just a little bit.
I wonder if she knows Steve.
Rockford, I know she knows Steve. She's met all the Steves. And Rockford Network of Professional Women has an event coming up that we want to talk about today. So we'll get to that shortly. Before we get to anything else, though, let's do this. Our current race to 10 has Tom and Joann tied at 1. Who won the last race to 10? That would have been Tom. 10 to 8 or 10 to 7. Yeah. So it was a good win for you last time. Good win for you.
Yeah.
Our big number of the week this week, it's a big one. It's 400 billion with a B, and the answer is toys or tourists. Toys or tourists, and we're asking you to put your guess in the chat, in the comments, and if you really feel a little bit creative this morning, go ahead and tell us a little made-up story of why you think that number has to do with your guess. I found that what about you, Tom? I found that I'm generally more creative in the morning than I am in the afternoon or the evening. Creative brain active in the morning more than
I am probably more creative in the evening only because I do all of my big thinking at night with my trivia 3-4 nights a week. Morning time, I'm kind of just like here. I think you start work early in the morning. I don't. I do work during the day.
I used to when I did morning radio. I was
yeah, of course. Well, when I was producing over at ROK, and then on Saturday mornings doing our own show, your show, my show, with Alex and all that. Yeah, definitely up by 5:30, 5:45, and in there and the brain going, and yeah. Now things have kind of shifted for me, which is fine. I like it that way.
Mine is I'd rather stay in bed till 9 o'clock every day, and many days I do.
Yeah.
Yay, real estate. Anyway, you put your guess, toys or tourists, in the chat, and let's see if we can.
I already put mine in.
You got yours in. I got it already. It's right here on the old phone.
I could hear it rattling.
That's just my head.
Oh, is that what it was?
She, as I mentioned earlier, is the Vice President of Business Banking and Relationship Manager at Rockford Community Bank, and she's also very, very active in so many different things. I don't know that I can list them all. Danny DeDario is on with us today, and let's put you on a different screen here, Danny. Good morning, Danny.
Good morning. How are you, Greg and Tom?
We are wonderful.
We're going to put you right down here, front and center, and change our little logo up in the top box to the
dizzy. It's like I'm on a tilt-a-whirl or something.
There you go.
Stop! Make it stop!
I don't have a button for randomness, but I could just kind of circle around and make it all fun. Eventually we're going to this, which will put you. Wait a minute. There we go. So this is what we really should be at.
Much better picture.
we like to focus on our guests here on the show. So for those who have never met you, which is probably like 5 people in the entire city of Rockford, who is Danny DeDario? Where are you from? Where'd you grow up? High school? All that kind of fun stuff. Background info.
Awesome. So I am born and raised in Rockford, Illinois, which is probably why I love it so much in our whole Rockford region. I did move away for just a little over 3 years to Chicago for a career move and came right back here to Rockford because Rockford is so awesome. My high school is Boylan, so I was a Titan.
Mm.
All right.
Where's all the cheering? I thought there was going to be some cheering for that one. No
Cool
cheering.
colors, green, good for this weekend, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
I have my green hat.
Yay.
It's not quite the same color. No, I love Boylan. I do absolutely love Boylan. There's a lot of Boylan haters out there, and you know why? Because they win.
As they win.
They win, and nobody likes consistent winners. It's like the Yankees or the Cardinals or whatever. So kudos to Boylan. Yeah, a lot of great people have come out of Boylan. That is an amazing school. Can't hit winners.
So Boylan, I still cheer for Boylan, though, I also cheer for Rockford Lutheran because my daughter went there. So, I'm very attached to that school as well. So, I want to give a little plug for them. But yes, Greg, like you mentioned earlier, I'm involved in quite a few things. And it's really because I just feel like our community here is so great. And there are so many great people in our community doing so many great things. And I really like to be a proponent of that and a cheerleader of that. And I'm very passionate about all things that are happening here and helping to get other people connected to all of the things that are happening within the Rockford region.
That is a fun, joyful experience when you can connect people who previously didn't know each other, didn't know that they could help each other, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, wait, you support this? I support that. Oh my, yeah, hey, we should do something together." And it's like, yes.
Yeah.
That's the sign of a successful networking event in my mind is two people meeting each other for the first time maybe, or at least finding out that they have something in common that they can further, that they can promote, and they can expand on. And that's great. I love that. Today you're representing Rockford Network of Professional Women. And tell us a little bit about that organization for those who have no clue what that is.
Certainly. So the Rockford Network of Professional Women, we currently have 139 active members. So that's pretty awesome. The organization itself was created by 4 women in 1981. And the organization is really meant to connect people. So connect professional women for civic, personal, and professional growth within their lives. A lot of things that we do really help to engage and empower and encourage women and help them to further grow their careers or to get involved in activities or other organizations that they feel passionate about. So our organization, we invite all people to come. So Greg and Tom, feel free to come join us as well. There is a monthly lunch in. So the organization runs, oh yeah, great picture.
You had me at lunch, by the way.
Yeah, lunch, exactly. So from September through June, September is a kickoff event that happens every year. And our event chairs are amazing. They put together some excellent events and excellent shows. Oh yes, we have some of them right on the screen. Thank you, Greg. So September is the kickoff. And then every month in between September and May, there are different lunches, and there's a theme every year. So as you see this year, the theme is cultivate the life you want. So everyone that comes and speaks really talks about how to cultivate different things, whether it's cultivating your resume, cultivating your career. There's always a great an important message with each of the lunches that we have. And I tell you, I learned something from every single one. So if you walk in there and you have an open mind, I assure you, you will absolutely learn something from all of these amazing women. So the big event of the year that we do is in April, and that's our Professional Development Day. Professional Development Day, we have brought in some amazing speakers. There's always a ton that is learned from this day, and I hear it from everyone that comes. We also do a survey at the end of it, so that's another way that we gather information and feedback from all of the people that come to this event. This year, we are targeting having 200 people at this event, so I hope to see all of you there. We have a great presenter, Kate Donovan. Her speech that she will be doing for us is "Resentment is Your Superpower." So during the event, we start with a breakfast. So you'll have some great food. This year it's at Forest Hills Country Club. We have networking throughout the day. Our presenter will present her topic in the morning, the earlier morning session. Then we have a little breakout for networking. And then she's going to come back and she's going to do some activities with us. So there's actually 2 sessions here where Kate is going to be sharing her knowledge and actually getting us involved with what she does. So you'll be able to walk away from this with actionable items that will give you an immediate impact within your life.
Nice. Is Kate from the area? Is she a Midwest person?
She is not from this area. We found her, and I'll tell you, there are local people. So, this year I'm the vice chair of this committee. Next year I'll be the chair of this committee, and we do have a great presenter who will be coming next year as well. The presenter that we have coming next year actually has worked with Kate in the past and told us how amazing she is. And as Jamie and I, so Jamie Durkee, she's the chair this year. As we started looking into our speaker and who we wanted to bring here, we did get some feedback on that as well. And hi, somebody said hi in there. Hi. We heard a lot of valuable feedback about her. People give high recommendations, and that's people within this area that have worked with her. So we really felt strongly about bringing her in. The other reason why we're bringing Kate here is because, like I said, there is a survey that's completed by all of the attendees at the end of each event. And last year, burnout was one of the biggest things that came up within the survey. And so our attendees said, hey, please bring somebody here that can help us with this about burnout within your organizations, burnout within yourself, how to use any type of negative emotion and turn it into something that will actually propel you forward. So we looked and searched for that, got a lot of feedback, and that's how we chose Kate. We had some meetings with her, and she's phenomenal. So we're super excited to see her and hear more from her, and really to help everyone within our area use this information to do more good.
That's interesting. But what's interesting about that too, Danny, is in April, our speaker at Rockford Linked Lunch is most likely going to be speaking on that very topic, work-life balance. And we tend to fall into 2 different camps, I think, when we fall into our careers, and one seems to be fairly healthy, and it takes us a while to figure that out, and the other one seems to be a little bit not so healthy, where we just work and find ourselves being just wiped out by life work balance issues and stuff like that. So this is very pertinent information.
It is. And I'll tell you, so, I know Mandolin is going to be the presenter at the Rockford Linked Luncheon. I love her also. Love Mandolin. She is one of the people that did provide a recommendation for Kate. She has worked with her in the past. So it's very relevant that they both are going to be presenting in April, because they really go hand in hand in the things that they're doing and the things that they're trying to help people with and move them forward. So I'm super excited that Mandolin's going to be there also.
Nice. So ladies who are thinking about joining the Rockford Network of Professional Women, is there any sort of stipulations to who can or can't join? Do you have to live in Rockford? Do you have to be in a certain professional service industry or something like that?
Anyone can join, really. Greg, you can join if you would like to join us. We'd be glad to have you as part of our organization. So we do invite everyone. There is a $50 annual fee. That's all to join this organization. And there's a ton of benefit from that. In terms of the different events, so the monthly luncheons those do have a fee associated with them. Those are $28 this year. And then for our professional development day, there is a fee of $70. And I want to point out as well that those funds, while they do cover the event costs, it is focused on scholarships. So the main reason that we do this professional development day outside of providing this resource to the Rockford region is that we provide scholarships to women. And these scholarships can be either for a university program, or we have added in as well a certification program. So it really covers anything that these women want to do, the requirement for this is that the person is 23 years of age or older. So we focus on a different segment than what most grants or scholarships are available for. So it really has provided some value to these individuals. And a lot of the people that have received these scholarships have gone on to do great things. And we appreciate that they're using those scholarships to do good.
Well, this looks like a very interesting topic. Resentment can hold you back, or it can make you incredibly powerful.
Mm-hmm.
There's some deep stuff that could be waded through in that topic for sure. So I think I imagine Kate's going to be. This is going to take more than a half an hour to present.
Yes.
Right.
So something that, and I took this directly from Kate's website. So please check Kate Donovan out on her website. She also has a podcast that she does, and there's lots of great things on there. But so a couple of things that she mentions in terms of how she created this. She also has a book. So something she said was, and these are her words, "My burnout happened while I was doing a job I loved, and that was really confusing for me." Another one is, "I was disappointed with adulting, especially because I did all the right things." So, a lot of people can probably relate to that in some sort of way, right? I do all the right things, and look, it's not happening the way I thought it was. So it's really important that we try to share this information and that we encourage people to use what she says and what she's doing and actively, right? Participate actively in what those things are. I also want to share, so I want to give a huge shout out actually to our current sponsors, and then share there still are some sponsorship opportunities available for those that are interested. So our main sponsors right now, so thank you to Medicare 411. I know a lot of us have met and worked with a lot of people at that organization. It's an amazing organization, and we appreciate them for all they
Tracy's
do.
got a great team over there of agents helping folks wade through the Medicare information.
Yep. Heritage Woods of Belvedere and Heritage Woods of Rockford are both sponsors. Beloit Health Systems and my very own Rockford Community Bank. So we appreciate all of the sponsors. And if you are interested in becoming a sponsor, there still are a few available. We do have some collaboration champion sponsors available, which would be similar to a silver sponsorship in many other ways. And we do have some notable networkers available. The notable networker would be similar to a bronze sponsorship. We also have some table sponsorships available. So we have a few of those left. And the sponsorships range anywhere from $500 to $1,000 that are left. So we would appreciate the sponsorships, and we encourage you to really, send your teams, right? Send people from your company, send people from your organizations. We have a lot of companies that do that, and they'll buy a table for this event, and they send, 8 people, 6 people, 10 people. They get a couple of tables, and then, the people are very enthusiastic and want to come back the next year. And then they also bring that information back to the organization. So it's something that would benefit them. Mm-hmm.
Good plan. Well, April 18th, it's a Thursday, pretty much an all-day event.
It is 8:30 to 11:30. So you'll be out of there to go back in the afternoon and start taking action on what you learned.
Awesome. Okay, good deal. Well, is there anything else about the organization that we haven't asked you about that you want to make sure you get out there as far as what you guys are involved in, other groups? Do you collaborate with other organizations? Is there anything that we're kind of maybe missing? What do you wish we would ask you about the Rockford Network of Professional Women?
Well, I would encourage individuals to go out to the website. It's rockfordnetwork.org. So please check it out. Okay. But the organization really does that. We absolutely collaborate in many ways. And the organization also is a huge proponent of recognizing and promoting all of the members. So we also have a committee that specifically looks at what people are doing in the area, and we'll write award recommendations and nominations for them. We'll help them get connected to other organizations that they want to be a part of. So it really is an all-encompassing and collaborative organization, and we appreciate that the organization does that, and that the organization continues to thrive and adapt as things change. Mm-hmm.
Awesome, good deal. Well, again, the event itself, April 18th. It's a Thursday morning, and should be a great morning with Kate. And hopefully, you have a great turnout at Forest Hills Country Club. They do a wonderful job of hosting events over there at Forest Hills Country Club. For those who haven't been there in the last few years, they did some upgrading and some rehabbing there. Because it's been here a long time. Forest Hills Country Club has been around for a long time, and it was ready for some upgrades, and they took care of some stuff in their meeting spaces that has really made that place pop. So very, very nice, and hopefully the event is everything that you are planning it to be.
Yep, we hope so. And also, today is the Rockford St. Patrick's Day Parade. So for all of you on here, if you don't know that and you're not going, come join us down there. Rockford Community Bank is a big part of that as well. Our very own Ida Riley, who is our regional manager on the retail side, will be doing a traditional Irish blessing as she came here from Ireland. So that'll be kind of fun. And just, I encourage everyone to reach out to me as well if you have additional questions about the organization or anything else.
Okay, good deal. Well, and of course, if you have any banking needs, Rockford Community Bank, business banking, especially Danny's forte over there, reach out and ask her any questions you have about business banking. I know Tom's got some trivia for us this morning, and he promises to make us look dumb, or not try not to make us look dumb. We'll see how we do.
Never ever want to make you look dumb. So I usually try and make them somewhat similar.
Throw the hard ones out there. You never know. We might surprise you.
All right. So before we start, one random question, Danny. I'd love to ask this question. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time, Grease.
Ooh, really? That's cool.
Yeah,
I got chills. They're multiplying, and I'm losing. Okay. All right. No, I great movie. Mine is Back to the Future. All three of them. I don't care which one. All right.
All three of them.
Good enough. All right. They are going to be St. Patty's related. All right. Here we go.
All right.
Question number 1. A limerick is how many lines? Is it 5 or is it 7?
5 or
Greg, let her answer first.
7.
Oh, it's 5. I'm sorry.
Oh!
I would have guessed 4. Oh well.
Yeah, well, was not an option.
All right. Well,
all right.
Point for us.
I won't give you any limericks, by the way, because most of them I've found are not real clean. So we'll eliminate that.
There once was a man from Brazil.
Yeah.
Who fell down a tall hill.
And
thought he was stuck until he got up and found he was there still. That's all I know.
Wow. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. No, that's not a limerick, is it? That is, actually. That is. Anyway, and there's so many variations of it, so we'll bypass that. All right. Where was St. Patrick born? What country? What country was St. Patrick born? Gregors, you may know this one because we may have done this one. Maybe not.
Well, yeah, this was at the NAMI trivia night.
Oh.
It was. It was
a NAMI trivia night question.
I'm going to give you 2 options. Ireland or England?
England.
England is correct. Yes. Very good. Very good. All right. And finally, what is a leprechaun's occupation? Is he a cobbler or a crocker? A cobbler is a shoemaker. A crocker is a pottery maker. A potter.
That's a really
Once
good
again,
question.
What is a leprechaun's occupation? A cobbler or a crocker?
He wears the most interesting shoes that there's ever been made in the world.
I'm going to go
with gold.
I think cobbler.
Cobbler. Well, I was going to give you a hint. His wife's name is not Betty. He is a cobbler. Anyway, I don't know. That really wasn't a hint anyway, but...
all right.
It's just...
Well, we didn't necessarily win the day, but we didn't lose it either. So
she was 2 for 3. She
2 for
won.
3.
Here you go.
All
I'm
right.
sending it to you. Oh, well, he's got that logo up there. I can't do it.
All right.
There we go. Here we go.
See if you can hand it up
I
to her.
can't get this mirrored thing. Oh, there we go. There you go.
I accept.
Oh, did you see that? She had something in her hand. Oh my God, that's good.
That was
That was
good.
good.
That was good. All right, Danny. Well, I sure appreciate you spending time with us today. Before we let you go, is there anything else you'd like to add before we say Happy St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, really just happy St. Patrick's Day, and come see us at the bank. We're expanding. We have 2 new locations opening this year. So we have our Rockford location on Perryville, where you're expanding downtown in Rockford, and then also into McChesney Park. So we always love to see everyone. Please come in, say hi. We have a lot of community events, and we'd love to introduce ourselves to you.
Awesome. We've got links in the chat today, so makes it very easy to get right to their Facebook page or right to the organization's web page for the Rockford Network of Professional Women. It's all right there. So have yourself a wonderful weekend, Danny.
You too. I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Rockford Network of Professional Women. And let's see, Joann's wandering around.
That girl may be the next mayor of Rockford.
Right there. Yeah.
She gets it.
You've already been encouraged now, Danny, but now by the 100th person to run for mayor. So you really should consider that when Tom retires. Okay. Joann is over there.
The other
at
time.
PAWS.
I'm sorry, I was finding a cat to represent today.
Oh, good.
You wanted it, so I found a cat for you.
Got to have our pet of the week. So looking forward to posting that a little bit later. It is, let's see. Let's go to the screen that puts. I'll just put myself down here.
Time to mess around.
Got a few shout outs for everybody today. By the way, tonight is the Rock House Kids Rock and Bowl at the Park Lanes. I don't know that you can buy a lane anymore, but I'm sure you could still come out and support Rock House Kids and make donations, and they'll probably have silent auction items and stuff like that tonight at the Park Lanes. And today is the Shamrock beer run for Nick's Wish. That's at Sports Score 1. I've got my shirt on, Tom. Here's the funny thing. You ready for this? I don't like running or beer, but I am going to support.
You from Wisconsin.
I know.
What about cheese? How are you on cheese?
Cheese, I'm mostly good. I'm mostly good. Very few that I'm out of.
If someone brings me cheese curds, I'll be in love with them forever.
There you go.
Right.
So put that down.
Do they squeak? Oh, yeah. Bonus points. They squeak.
Yes. You can get them to squeak if you heat them in the microwave for like 10 seconds.
So that's going on.
What am I missing? Cheese curds squeak?
Yeah, the good ones squeak when you bite into them. They got a little squeak to them.
Like a mouse.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Now the hot melted ones, not so much, but the cold ones.
Okay.
Cold fresh ones, yes.
Yes, the cold cheese curds, they'll give you a little squeak.
Okay. All right. So I'm thinking hot melted, and okay, now I got it. I don't like them cold though. I like them warm.
Let's see here. We've got, of course, tomorrow being St. Patrick's Day. A whole lot of green stuff everywhere. The Shamrock represents St. Patrick because legend is he plucked one up to use as an illustration of the Holy Trinity when he was introducing Christianity to the Irish.
It was like, you like Kleenex.
He symbolically, he didn't literally, he symbolically chased all the snakes out of Ireland. Okay, just in case you're wondering, the whole story about St. Patrick and the snakes.
He wasn't like the Pied Piper.
Wasn't like the Pied Piper. No, this was getting rid of evil stuff, and yeah. Shout outs for this week, and Danny could have talked to this. Our next Rockford group met out at the NIU Rockford campus this week and had a good time meeting with them. And they are now utilizing their building not just for classrooms, but for banquets and meetings. So if your organization or group is in need of space to have a meeting or a banquet, or if you even want to have, they've actually hosted a wedding now at the NIU Rockford campus over there across the street, basically from Showplace 16. The big building there that obviously so many students are now taking online classes that the need for a lot of their classroom space over there has dwindled quite a bit. So they, in order to keep that building functional and usable, they've kind of transformed it into a meeting space and banquet place. So check out NIU Rockford for your next meeting. Thanks to Bernie for having us out there this week. I want to give a shout out to Byron High School. They're performing Pippin the musical tonight, and I think tomorrow afternoon is their final performance. They got a show tonight at 7:30, tomorrow at 2. Talented kids out at Byron High School. We went and saw Pippin last night. I had never seen the musical Pippin before. It's a very quirky show. Good songs, good music. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, but the story's different, obviously.
I didn't even know the story.
I didn't either till last night. It's quirky. It's all about Charlemagne's son.
Oh,
Kind of the end of the whole Roman Empire, I think, if you want to look at it that way. But anyway, kudos to them for their show. Speaking of
it
shows,
was a documentary on the old Bulls, Scottie Pippen. Where was my? Wow, I'm sorry. Yeah, man.
Could have been. Speaking of shows, Starlight Theater announced this week their casts for their upcoming 4 main shows and the 5th show this year, which is not a Star Little show. They're calling it Star Bright Show, and it is a show consisting of all actors between the ages of 8 and 18. In August, they'll be performing Beauty and the Beast. My understanding is over 130 kids auditioned to be in this cast, and they only need a cast of about 55. So if you were not cast in Beauty and the Beast and you auditioned, don't feel so bad. There's a lot.
Yeah.
So many kids.
Did you make the grade on any of the shows?
What's that?
Did you make the grade on any of the shows? Are you going to be in a show this year?
I was cast in one of the shows.
Awesome. More information later, right?
One of the shows. I will be in Legally Blonde this summer.
So it's not a secret.
He's not a Facebook guy.
Oh.
No.
Wasn't it Guys and Gals?
Guys and Dolls.
Yes.
Yep, that's one of the shows this summer.
Oh, you're not telling which one you're cast in?
Yeah, he just did.
Legally Blonde.
Oh.
I will be Legally Blonde.
I'm gonna be in Legally Bald. That would be cool. Legally Bald. Some bald attorney.
I'm thinking maybe Legally Graying. How about that?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I'm gonna test something real quick because someone is questioning.
That would be cool. Legally Bald. Some bald attorney. There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna test some. All right, good. That works. Did you see what I did there?
I heard myself. It's like my alter ego, Mott.
I gotta thank you, Rin. I appreciate that, Rin. No, Rin was checking to see if we were being if our volume was proper because we had technical difficulties a few weeks ago. So I appreciate you telling me if something is not looking or sounding right. Yeah. So at Facebook, at least the Facebook stream is working properly today. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and we're on LinkedIn as well. All those places. And if I go to LinkedIn this morning and double check that, it made noise. That was me umming right there. I'm such a good host. I with the best of them.
That's right.
One more shout out. Sold on Toni, Keller Williams Realty Signature. Want to congratulate Christine on closing on her house this week in Rockford. This has been a long time coming for Christine. I helped her daughter and her son-in-law buy their house. Was it late spring last year, early summer? And Christine had been looking kind of off and on for her next house. We've got it all squared away, and she closed on it this week. So kudos and congratulations to Christine. She's one of my Starlight Theater friends too, by the way. So very happy for her and her family to be moving into their new house soon. Other random stuff today, which is unofficially brought to you by Alterize. I haven't done this for a while. Alterize is the app that enables volunteers to track, verify, and maintain their own community service data for a lifetime. Tell a better story, live a better life. Download the Altruize app wherever you get apps. In the app store that you use, it's there. I mentioned our Rock House Kids bowling fundraisers tonight. Nick's Wish has their Shamrock Beer Run thing today, which is sold out, by the way. There's no walk-ups needed for the beer run at Sports Score 1, which kicks off at noon today. From the beer garden is open from 11 to 3. I believe you can still go out and support them. You can still bid on stuff at Granny's auction. They've got that special auction thing that they run online. And yeah, the party goes until 3 o'clock. Race course like no other. 5 local craft breweries along the course, but it's sold out. They already filled up all the spots for the actual run itself. And I told you I'm not going to be running. I'll be
walking at best, right?
Maybe walking fast, but that's it.
With a Diet Coke in your hand.
some other beverage, yeah. The Ski Bronx, we had them on the show a while back too, a couple weeks ago. They are raising money to replace their dock. They have to replace it before the season starts because the old one is done. The old one is done. So there's no shows without a dock, without a main dock.
That's right.
And it's going to take about $50,000 to replace that main dock. So they're raising funds for that, desperately seeking help right now. They are doing a Scotch Doubles bowling fundraiser on March 30th, which is also at Park Lanes. And that one is not filled up yet, as far as I know. Ski Bronx, check them out on their Facebook page and look for the link to the event. Yeah, we can skip most of this other stuff. I will say, have you ever left anything behind at a hotel?
Yes.
Have you ever left anything important behind at a hotel? And can you remember what it was? Hotel managers are sharing some of the more bizarre things that guests have left behind, mostly in their rooms. These are all things that left in the rooms. My daughter and her family were up from Texas this last week and spent a week here at the house. And I'm very glad that they didn't leave their pet lizard behind, but they did bring it with.
What kind of lizard?
It was one of those little. It wasn't a gecko because it had a fat tail.
Oh,
Geckos have the thin tail.
Gecko though.
I don't know, but
was it a Komodo dragon? Maybe
the mini lizard they brought with them went home with them, so that's all good. But hotel managers in this survey said pet lizards have been left behind. A full set of gnomes. A full set of World War II medals. That's sad.
I once left my tablet on an airplane. I forget where we flew, but I left it on the airplane in the little pouch. And I called them. They found it and sent it back to me.
Oh, you lucky.
Yeah, but it was a cheapy tablet. I bought it on one of those quick sales, $50, $60. It wasn't very powerful. But it was sentimental to me.
You left it behind.
Yeah.
No, that's keys to a Porsche 911.
Okay.
Don't do that. Divorce papers. A Rolex watch. Someone actually left their show jumping horse at the hotel. Now, obviously, it wasn't in a room, but they left their trailer in the parking lot. The owners were about half an hour away before they realized, oh, that's right.
We didn't hook up their trailer.
This trip is about the horse. We better go back and get it.
We forgot Princess. Wow.
Yeah, be mindful. Be mindful of what you leave in your.
We had a friend at church. I got to share this. A friend at church. His name was Homer. Homer passed away, sadly, a couple of years ago. Great guy. He was probably 92, 93 when he died. Homer, about 30 years ago, very, very, very assertive, made good money, he was a salesman or whatever. Him and his wife were on vacation, and he went in to use the potty, and he came back, and she had went in to use the potty, and he didn't know it, and he took off. He was an hour down the road before he realized she wasn't in the camper. Oh, that's an iconic story that we all still laugh about.
Well,
and if you knew Homer, what's that?
You're driving a camper, so it's like someone could be.
Yeah, she was sleeping in the back. but she had gotten up and went to the bathroom. I don't know why they don't have a kid. Maybe she went in to get a snack or something. I don't know. But that was just an iconic story that we still laugh about today. It wasn't very funny for either of those two, but and Homer was more mad. She was mad at him because he left without her. He was mad at her because she didn't tell him that she went in. And it's a classic case of you were wrong. No, you were wrong. Well, you were right when you were. Yeah, whatever.
You're both wrong.
You're both wrong.
Both
Suck
wrong.
it up, you little children. Anyway.
Funny thing about that, Tom, is at the NAMI trivia event last month, an old radio station, a WQFL radio station friend and very active volunteer, Lonnie, was there. Lonnie and his family did all kinds of stuff for WQFL back in the day, volunteered at almost every concert that we put on, was just one of those super fans, one of the super fans. And Lonnie came up to me and asked if I remembered him. I'm like, gosh, it's like, I know the face, but I can't remember the name. This has been a long time. This has been almost like 20 years since I've talked to this guy. And he reminded me of a bus trip that we took up to Life Fest, which is a big music festival in Wisconsin, a big Christian music festival.
I remember those trips. I never went on one, but I remember them.
We went on, I think, 2 or 3 big bus trips. But the one year that my wife and I hosted the buses, we had, I believe, 2 buses full of QFL listeners, and it's an all-day event. It's actually more like a 3-day event, but we were going for 1 full day, and we were supposed to be back on the bus by 10, I think 10 or 10. I think it was 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Back on the bus. We got to head back to Rockford. So like around 9:30, 9:45, one of the buses was full. Everyone was accounted for and checked off on the list. We said, okay, that bus can go. That bus can go because it's full. It's everyone that was on that bus is back on that bus. You guys can go ahead and we'll see you down in Rockford. The bus that my wife and I were hosting, we were checking everybody in and there was still 2 people missing. So it's 10:30 and it's like, there's still 2 people missing and it's 11 o'clock.
Wow.
And there's still 2 people missing. And we're like, everyone's being good natured about it. But most people are, tired or whatever. It gets to be like just about midnight. And finally someone comes up from the back of the bus and says, who are you looking for? And I said, this person and this person. And the kid says, oh, that's me and my friend. We were sleeping in the back. They had gotten in the bus before everybody else.
Oh.
Went to the back of the bus and they fell asleep in the back seats.
Oh,
so did you call out names or what did you do?
We were,
well, if they were sleeping, they probably didn't hear them.
They were completely asleep. They didn't hear us calling out their names.
Oh.
So finally, here's the rest of the story. We get on the road and Lonnie's on this bus with his wife and I think their son. We get on the road heading back from the Oshkosh area back to Rockford. We get about an hour down the road and the bus breaks down.
Oh no.
It's like 12:30, almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and the bus breaks down. So we're on the side of the road and the bus driver is, radioing back to headquarters to see if they can send another. Yeah, they can send another bus, but the bus they can send, it's in Rockford. It's going to be a couple hours before they even get to us. And Lonnie's a pretty mechanical, handy guy. And he asked the bus driver, can I take a look at the engine? Maybe I can do something. And about 10, 15 minutes later, he got the bus running.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
And it got us all the way back home.
Were they Lonnie's kids too? Those weren't the kids sleeping.
No,
right? Okay.
No. It's just some other young people that, wasn't really their fault. It's just,
when you say kids, they're not 10 and 12. They were like 18, 19.
Teenagers, yeah.
Wow.
So that was probably my biggest fail trip of in my radio days.
Did you have a line of characters, like one with a baseball bat, one with a tennis racket, ready to kill him? Like that most scene from Airplane.
We were pretty lucky. The bus was full of very forgiving people.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's good.
Let's just put it that way. So
That's
we didn't leave
cool.
anybody behind. We
Yeah.
just didn't realize they were sleeping on the bus. So, all right. Before we get to Tom trivia for Joann and myself, do we want to take a look around? Pause.
What?
Do we want to take a look around pause this week, or do we want to focus on one pet?
I had fallen asleep over your story.
Don't fall asleep on us, Joann.
Yeah, show's gonna go till 1 a.m. now.
Oh man, come on. Let's take a look around pause with Joann. What do you say? All right.
I'm trying to. There we go. This was just a sweet little cat that I hadn't seen before, hadn't noticed before. But this isn't our cat of the week, but she's kind of doesn't want dogs and doesn't want cats. So kind of particular.
Sorry.
I just show your list. I think we counted because that one list of the 3 cats were adopted. I think I talked about that last week. And then Pippin got adopted. So Pippin
the cat.
Yeah, I would say. And Mary Jane, who was found, we won't talk about where she was found. Just think about her name and figure it out for yourself. So 4 cats and 13 cats and 4 dogs. I'm sorry.
Nice.
And then I'm going to speak in this page. Oh, can I go in here? Oh, sure. Because it'll trip on all my mess. Meow.
What are you doing in my room? Why are you standing so close to me?
This is Marge. She's the pet of the week.
Hi, Marge. Oh.
Marge was in a colony. Found in a colony. She was, oh, look at her. I don't even know if I can do this because she's so busy trying to love up on me.
So friendly.
We could call her Little Margie. She's kind of for a female. She's 8 years old and she's very loving. She's like, I want to love you. Don't keep talking about me. Marge. So this is Marge.
Not so large, Marge.
Well, she's kind of big for a female cat. Usually, but very friendly, very loving. Too nice to be outdoors on her own.
Yeah.
So, there's Marge.
Rescue Marge.
All she wants to do is be loved. So, all you can see is her fur. We're not doing a real good job with this Marge.
Just so friendly.
She's a good kitty, huh? But it's more of the muted calico, her coloring, where it's not the bright orange, but the muted orange. Very pretty cat. So that's Marge. And she's our pet of the week.
Awesome.
I've got a good picture that I will send you. So,
okay.
But if you're looking for a lovely cat, think about Marge. And it didn't say on Marge that there's a nice picture of her. She said, if you're not going to pet me, I'll look for somebody else. Yeah. It's a good picture. Thank you, Marge.
Way to go.
So she's our pet of the week. Beautiful cat, aren't you?
She looks like my Remy.
Little Remy is similar.
Very similar color, very similar look.
Yeah, Sherry's cleaning her cage, so she just stole her food. She's like, where did she go with my food? Thank you very much.
All right.
All right. So that's smart. Ugh, see if I can get up off the floor. Here's an interesting group too. 4 black cats. 5?
Well, one is black and white.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
They're
the
not
white
cool.
paws there.
not quite ready for adoption.
Little boots.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the 5th one. No wonder. I'm focusing on the back of the cage and counting 4, and then there's 5 sitting here by the door. If you're looking for a black kitten, they're lucky for Shamrock's Day, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll
You
take
have
'em all.
buying it? They're Shamrock Day lucky. There's Macchiato. So it's kind of
Another busy day over there at PAWS.
we're kind of low. Well, as I make you dizzy while I'm moving. Only 2 dogs. Noel and Kiki.
Kiki or Cece?
Isn't it Kiki?
I don't know.
Cece.
CICI?
Cece. I was thinking it was Kiki, like Kiki.
Maybe. Either one I think would work.
And then here's our Hall of Fame. Wall of Fame.
So many. Mm-hmm.
I was looking for Jeff. I didn't find her today.
PAWSHS.org, of course, for more information, or give them a call, 815-299-7297, all things PAWS. I did want to mention one thing, too, that I forgot to ask Dani about when she was on with us earlier. Her bank has some loan programs being offered to not-for-profits. And nonprofit organizations were recently added to the qualifying companies for some state programs. So this loan program assists with new money or refinancing needed for real estate or equipment or inventory or working capital. 50% of the loan needs to come from the state, 50% from the bank, and it is up to $4 million. It's a big program. So if your not-for-profit qualifies, you could end up getting a $2 million loan from the state and $2 million from a bank, totaling $4 million, a term of up to 7 years. Rates are very, very good for this program. Again, check with Dani DeDario over at the Rockford Community Bank. She will fill you in on all the details about that. All right, Tom's trivia time. Are we ready, Tom?
We are. Question number 1, and this is not a trivia question, it's just a question. If a seagull flies over the sea, who flies over the bay?
It's got to be a bagel, right?
It is a bagel.
Yes.
And if it's in our county, it's a Winnebago. Anyway, boom. Thank you. All right, you guys ready for a little
All
St.
right.
Patty's Day trivia?
St. Patty's Day trivia. Shamrock. Oh, go ahead.
Shamrock. Well, actually, they're all about ShamWow. First and foremost, who's the creator of ShamWow? Slapchop. No, I'm kidding. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Which city is credited with being the first to dye their river green in 1962? Was it Chicago or Cleveland? Once again, which city is credited with being the first to dye their river green in 1962? Chicago or Cleveland?
I'm going to say Chicago.
Joann?
I was thinking Chicago too, but I'll go with Cleveland just to be difficult.
Just to be difficult. All right. Well, you are being difficult. It is Chicago. And I don't mean you're really being difficult. I'm just messing. All right. Gregor gets a point. All right.
Ding.
Question number 2.
Mhm.
All right. This one here is totally random, but it's a multiple guess. The first ever St. Patrick's Day parade took place in New York City. What year was it? 1762, 1792 or 1822. You got a 42% chance at this one.
I'm going to go with 1822.
Gregors, what do you say?
I like that. I like that guess, but I'll go with 1792.
Okay, it is 1762.
Oh, no points for us.
1762, yeah. No points for you.
No points.
And you, of course, for all of you thinking, wait a minute, his math was off. Not a 42%. It's like 33.4. Okay, all right. Thanks. I knew that. Just messing. All right. Rule number 1 of Tom and Tom's trivia: never take Tom too seriously. All right. Normally we would have a Rockford trivia question. I really did struggle to find a Rockford St. Patrick's connection, and I'm like, nah, you know what? Forget it. So I've got something similar. Because every town has a St. Patrick's Day parade, and every town celebrates St. Patrick. I went with this trivia right here. If you were playing the game of Scrabble and you came up with the word saint, how many letters would you get? Assuming none of the triple letter, double letter, you're not banking off of anybody, nothing.
How many points?
How many points would you get total if you had the word INT?
Is this a trick question?
I'm going to guess 11.
Joann,
11?
what do you say?
11
I guess
points.
I don't.
Vowels, you usually only get 1 point for vowels, if I remember right.
Oh, I was just going to say 5.
5 is absolutely correct.
Oh,
Good for you.
1 for
because
the
I was
S,
thinking
1 for
the
the A.
letters were double. SAI. They're all 1 point letters, right?
Yeah.
They're all 1 point letters.
That's exactly right. They're all 1 point. The
Yay,
most
I
popular
won.
letters. Well, technically it was a tie because he got one and you got one. So you guys, I'm going to just put it right up the middle here. You guys are going to have to fight over it.
Yay.
I don't know how that works, but anyway. You both win half the trophy.
Thank you very much.
Wow, look at that. His half of the trophy turned into a kazoo. We're going to call it a ka because it's only half.
I took the cut of the
I
cup.
got the zoo.
You got the zoo. That works. You got the zoo. Good one, Joann.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Our big number of the week this week. It's a big one. By the way, our current race to 10 has Tom and Joann tied at 1. And our big number of the week this week is a big one. It's 400 billion. Toys or
billion with a B.
With a B. 400 billion toys or tourists. Tom has texted me his guess, Joann. So we just need yours. 3, 2, 1, go.
Tourists.
Tourists. Ooh, one of you is going to get a point this week.
Yay.
Because Tom chose the other. He chose toys. 1 in 3 adults. 1 in 3 adults don't get enough sleep. So one of the 3 of us obviously doesn't sleep enough, according to this survey.
That would be me.
That would be Tom. 50 to 70 million Americans actually have chronic sleep disorders, and it is fueling a thriving sleep tourism industry. Sleep tourism. It's expected to grow by about 8% to more than $400 billion in the next 5 years.
Wow.
By the year 2028, the hospitality industry is embracing sleep as a main event for tourists rather than an afterthought, according to the New York Times. Canyon
So you're
Ranch.
going on a trip to sleep?
You're getting a point, Joann. Congratulations.
I know that. I was trying to understand the tourism part. They were going to take you on a trip to better sleep.
So Canyon Ranch offers a 5-night mastering sleep retreat. There are doctors, there are dietitians, even spiritual providers. This year's retreat costs how much money for 5 nights?
I'm going to guess $12,000.
A little bit less than that.
$8,000.
$8,800.
Dang. No thanks.
$8,800 per person to attend the sleep retreat at Canyon Ranch.
I'll just
But
take
that's-
some vitamin B12 or whatever it is, melatonin. I'll just take some melatonin.
There's this wonderful thing called Google search. You can learn what you can take to help you with your sleep. I know some people need more than just a vitamin replenishment, so I get that. Yeah, sleep deprivation, chronic sleep disorders are a real thing. Some people really do need the help. The Toy Story this week, Toy Story, was all about Legos. Lego sales actually increased by 4% last year, which is against the trend of global toy markets. The global toy market dipped 7% last year, but Lego sales increased by 4%. So what do? They are crediting their increase to new Harry Potter sets and co-branded Fortnite video games. For those who don't know, Lego is not just in the Lego bricks business anymore. They're in the video game business, big time. You might remember when they came out with, was it Lego Batman? I think it was a Lego Batman video game. But anyway.
No, don't play video games. But my claim to fame is, had I known it was Lego related, I would have said Lego because I've stepped on 400 billion Legos.
And every one of them hurt so bad.
Oh boy, do they hurt.
That you haven't really hurt unless you stepped on a jack.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that
Ooh,
poked your
yeah.
foot.
That you used to, the game that you used to play with jacks?
Yes. Drop the ball, grab the jacks, catch the ball. I was able to drop the
Legos.
I was able to drop the ball, grab some jacks, and then the ball would bounce out of my hand. It's like, come on. I'm 3/4 of the way there.
It's hard. It's a hard game. But yeah, that's one of those you didn't forget.
I want to make an announcement.
Okay, announcement time.
Next Friday, what would that date be? The 22nd. I am destined to be a new grandma.
Oh, yay!
Awesome.
So
Grandchild.
Good to know. Next week's trivia, baby trivia. Yep, baby trivia.
Awesome.
So everyone say a little prayer for.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All righty.
Absolutely.
Well, next week on the show, speaking of new babies, it's Birth to Five's Lisa Cohen will be on the show.
Oh, that is so perfect. So it's baby trivia all the way around.
We also are going to welcome Ron Kluwer, who is the Illinois market president for Gorman and Company. They were responsible for building, I believe, a big part of Embassy Suites. And they are the ones transforming the Coleman Yards here in Rockford. And there's a bunch of there's a lot of projects in the works that Gorman and Company may or may not end up being part of. But Ron has been a huge proponent of transforming Rockford, making it a better place, making the downtown more livable and walkable, and just bringing more business to Rockford. Huge proponent of spreading the good things about Rockford and helping Rockford grow. So looking forward to Lisa Cohen and Ron Kluwer on next week's show. Until then, remember, you change the world when you help one person. So be a blessing to someone this week. We'll try to do the same and meet you back here next week for another INCROWD815 podcast.
Have a good one,
everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
815 INCROWD815 INCROWD.